I'm Joe Craig, Interim Director of the UCCS Economic Forum, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Snapshot. This week, I'm with Bill Craighead. Bill Craighead is going to be our new Director of the UCCS Economic Forum. Welcome, Bill.
Thanks, Joe. It's great to be here.
So what's your background, Bill?
Well, I'm a Colorado native. My family was living in the Denver area when I was born, and the first place I remember living is up in Loveland. That's where we were living when I was a little kid. We moved to Michigan before I started middle school, so I kind of think of that as home. I'm still a Tigers fan and a Pistons fan. And then I went to college at a small liberal arts college in Minnesota and was an economics major there.
So what got you interested in economics to begin with?
I thought it was a really neat combination of applying kind of a scientific approach to understanding the world around us. I was really interested in policy questions. There are a lot of big macroeconomic policy debates dominating the news at this time. But economics allows you to use data and use some scientific-ish tools to analyze those questions.
And then so what did you do after college? What was your kind of career path?
So after that, for a couple of years, I worked in New York for a financial publisher writing a newsletter about syndicated corporate loans. And then I went on to graduate school at the University of Virginia. And after I got my PhD, I had teaching jobs in Ohio and Connecticut, and then we moved to Colorado 7 years ago. I taught for a few years down the road at Colorado College, and then moved up to the Air Force Academy, and that was where I was when this job came open, and now here I am.
Here you are. And it's great having a macroeconomist in here. For those of you that don't know, I'm a microeconomist, which means I've kind of been faking it. Not really. I've hopefully held it down okay, but it's great.
You know your stuff pretty good, Joe.
I'm okay. Hey, thanks, Bill. So what did you learn teaching economics in college, and what was your favorite class?
So most of the years I was teaching intermediate macroeconomics. That's the class that junior and sophomore economics majors typically take to learn the core of macroeconomic theory. A lot of the core theory pretty much stays the same, but each time you teach it, you're applying it to new things. So when I started teaching, it was just before the financial crisis, and then when that hit, I suddenly had to learn a lot about the financial system. There are a lot of interesting policy debates, both around fiscal policy, so government spending, and taxes, and also monetary policy. And then we had that long period of high unemployment, so that meant I had to learn a lot more about labor markets and data about labor markets. And then last few years, I've suddenly had to really dig into the inflation data. So there's always something new, right? I mean, you've got that the core concepts stay the same, but how you're applying it changes from year to year. So you're always learning new things.
Absolutely. So what has you most excited about this position? What are you most interested in?
I'm really excited about working with a different group of people, a different audience. You spend a lot of time looking at this data and theorizing about it, but now I'll be able to connect with the business community, talk to people who are on the ground, get a sense of what they're hearing and what they're seeing. So I think that's going to be really, really great for me as a learning experience, but I think it's also going to be a lot of fun.
So on a lighter note, I hear you're quite the mixologist, something near and dear to my heart. So what's your favorite drink to make?
So I've been told I make pretty good margaritas, but my personal favorite is the Sazerac.
Ooh, that's quite a good drink. Yeah.
So Joe, what's next for you?
So you guys aren't rid of me yet. I'm staying involved in the forum. You're going to see me on a few of these weekly snapshots, and I'll be staying forward through the event September 7th. So
yeah, so we hope to see you there at the Ent Center. And this has been another weekly economic snapshot.
Thank you so much.